Okay, well, we did a number 10 tidy on this right here. Well, let's see if this thing's gonna work. Let me, if we let any smoke out here. And then I should be able to run my probe down through there. And this is the little doogie whopper that we got to get installed. I don't know if it's showing that, but just let that pocket knife ride right on down them threads. You say you're worried about financing? There's no need to worry. We take cash all day long at Rick's Rusty Rex. Welcome to RCindustry. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and we're back for another exciting episode of RCindustry. Today we're going to be working on the old limelateda, and you know, we got all this gauges to put in, and we finally got, I think, the wiring sort of taken care of. Got a few things to do on the wiring today, but let's just jump right in here and see if we can get the thermostat in it and get the cinder unit for the heat gauge put in. And by the way, don't forget the NoNameNationals. If you haven't hashtagged the NoNameNational 500 or something like that, all these contenders that are trying to get their channels built up to 500, be sure and do that. Go on there and like their stuff. You know, comment on it, subscribe to them, which is what they've got to have as your subscriptions. But anyway, just get out there and check them all out. Okay, well, I took my step bit and I bored me a hole up here, and I've run this old 7/8 heater line through there, and that comes up right in here under the dash. Right there. So I've got to get this mounted back, and then I should be able to run my probe down through there, and there'll be plenty of room to run the line up through here to the back of my oil pressure gauge. All right, show you more. Okay, well, I got this stuff mounted here, and I got everything marked, so whenever we get this setting back inside, we'll run the 1/8" tubing up through here and hook to the gauge, and then we'll hook all these other wires that are hanging down here, and they're all marked where they go, and we'll get that hooked up. So I just cut that because I don't want the sun coming through the windshield, and so that's just going to kind of set up there like that. And my little, you can see I run my tube through here for my oil pressure cinder, and it comes up in here, right there, and then we're going to run the heat sink for the temperature probe back down that way and hook it up. All right, man, show you more. Okay, so yesterday, before it got dark, I came out here and sprayed some penetrating oil down here on these bolts and on all of these hose clamps and everything. And this is the little doogie whopper that we got to get installed. So I sprayed some down here on that too, because that's got to go into that water jacket. So yeah. This is kind of where we're at. So let's just get started. Well, let's see if this thing's going to work. Let me, if we let any smoke out here, doesn't look like anything happened. So that's good. Better make sure that's on there. We ain't fixed that yet. Get that off the fender. All right. Oh, okay, so we got everything up in here. Now, I guess I better slide over here. Oh. Let's get that back up out of the way. Oh, that's going to be handy. That's right in the way of the tack. Of course it is. All right. Hey, we got voltage. That's supposed to do that, so that's good, I guess. Got oil pressure. Yeah, so we're charging. Now I don't got this gauge hooked up yet. It's still laying in there. We got 70 pounds of oil pressure. So, welcome. Well, we're getting closer, guys. Okay, well, we got to fix this right here. This is ridiculous. I don't even know. That's probably the charge. That comes from the charging thingy majabi over here. So it's got to be a fusible link there, and it's supposed to have a connector that fits under here. And then this wire here, which is probably the one that feeds all the stuff in the cabin, that one is all twisted around over there too. So yeah. All right, let me see what I can do. Okay, well, we did a number 10 tidy on this right here. So, but we did fix this so it don't fall off. And got some new ends on here and cleaned this all up and mounted it down. It was mounted up here, which was too far for the wire going to the starter. And that's why they had taken that loose and it was flopping. So we put the bracket back on that. And, you know, we still got to make a tie down for the battery. They won't let us run down the drag strip with that like that. And we got to put our new thermostat in. And we've got to put the heat sink in here. So I would probably prefer to have it up here on the manifold. But since someone's already put the old one there, I guess that's where we'll do it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So I guess I'll show you more. Let's get this loosened up and pulled out of here. Hopefully this is a water jacket. I mean, it almost would have to be, I would think, but boy, what a place to put it. Let's see if we can get that out of there. Now it should let the antifreeze out. And we got us a pan down here that's supposed to be a catching net. Had to move him over a little bit. That figures. Okay, let's see what we got here. There's that. Let's see if this new will go in there. So, well, I better put some Teflon around that threads. Hold on a second. Let's just put a little Teflon around that. I think I'd feel better about it. Now that ought to be enough to put around 14 vehicles. Alright, let me get a rag. Got my old Roadkill Customs rag here from the NoNameNationals, or at least that's where I picked it up at. Okay. Get that back in there and start that thread. Maybe. Not a whole lot of room to be getting your hand down in there. Oh, come on now. Let's play friendly. There we go. I believe we got her started anyways. Such a handy spot. Wow. Nice. Be nice if we use the right side of the wrench, huh? Don't always use these line wrenches, but when I do, yeah, baby. Okay. Turning that a little at a time, little at a time. You probably can't see nothing with my arm in the way there. How about I just show you when I get that tightened up? Okay, well I got it in there and got it tight and it's not leaking, but it seems like that piece there moves around a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. My fingers may be in the way. Let's see if I can get that over here. It just seems like that's loose, but it ain't dripping, it ain't leaking out anything. Of course, it's not under pressure yet, but you know, that thing's ought to seat down in there. This is the old one, but I don't know. I guess if it leaks, we'll figure it out. All right, let's see if we can get this hose clamp off there, or I mean, yeah, hose, radiator hose. I got the clamps loose. I don't like these Mortske, you know, universal hoses, but you know, that's what's on here, so I don't know if we can get it off or not. It's moving a little. That pan over just a little bit. Here we go. She's liable to come pouring out now. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. And I don't know what this doogie whopper is here. I don't know if that had something to do from the old heat pump, or not heat pump, but the old air pump that was on it, and it injected air into the cylinder or something. I don't know, but someone has just plugged it off here with this thing. So I would think that the exhaust would be wanting to, I don't know. Again, I have no clue what the purpose of that is. But it looks like it's threaded in, so I thought when we get this off of here, that we'll take a peek at that and see if we can take that off and put a pipe thread in there or something. I don't know. Alright, let me see if I can get this off of here, and we'll get the new thermostat put in. Show you more. Well, I guess if I'm going to break these off, I'm going to let you come along for the ride. I'm going to try to just move them just ever so slightly. Oh, because they are tight, man. And I know how these things are. These get rusted in there. So I'm just going to move it back and forth a little at a time. See if I can get that out of there. Alright, show you more. Okay. I just took my time and worked that back and forth, and I got them out of there without breaking them off. And you can see we'll probably clean those up a little bit, clean the threads up and stuff before we put them back in there. So maybe put some anti-seize on it. So. Alright, I'm going to see about taking that off too. We don't need that anymore. So let's see if we can get this out of here. There's a hole in that for sure. Let's see. You can see that one's kind of got some growth in it there. And that's a 180, so that's what we bought to put back in it. So, alright. Well, let's get this cleaned up and get it going back together. Show you more. See, you just got to clean these up because you can see right here that this is all full, it looks like. But what that is the aluminum housing here has reacted to the steel parts, and it makes like a, I don't know, like almost like a corrosion, and that's why those are always so hard to get out of there. I would imagine that intake bolts are the same way when you use those aluminum intakes, but you know, I'm not really sure. So let's get these all cleaned out. I don't have a wire wheel on a grinder, but I can get it with this brush. Alright, show you more. Okay, well, sorry for the lawnmower noise. This is the noisiest neighborhood I've ever lived in my life. Someone mows 7 days a week around here. So anyway, this is the gasket they gave me, and you can see it's not the right one, so I'm gonna have to take that back. But I did get this cleaned up, and I just took me a flat file and just laid it flat and just kind of shined it up to make sure the surface was somewhat level. And when I get the right gasket, then we're gonna put a little Gorilla Booger on it anyway, because I like to do that. And of course we're gonna set the thermostat down in there, and it's got a little groove in it, guys and gals. You know, this little groove right here, and that's what sets this down in there. And always make sure your heat sink goes down to the engine. Alright, I'm gonna have to make a run to O'Reilly's and get the right parts. I'll be back. Show you more. Well, I guess we're at a standstill, kind of at the mercy of the parts gods. So, you know, I don't know what the deal is. I mean, this car's only 47 years old. I mean, can you not just have the parts on the counter? Anyway, they took the gasket back and credited me that, ordered the gasket. It'll be here Thursday. I mean, seriously? Okay. So, and then I took this in because, you know, this thing is, this is oozing out of here. And I have found in the past, whenever those start to leak the stuff out, that causes them not to work right. And this thing just, it misses, there's something going on with it. It just doesn't idle right. And so, anyway, regardless to whether this is the problem or not, I know when this starts leaking the resin out that, you know, you got a problem. So, and they had that. The problem was the guy that at the counter didn't know what it was, and I was trying to explain it to him. He had to go get an older guy in the parts store, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just punch in this," and it pulled it right up. So yeah, got one. It's made in China, but you know, I guess that's what we're dealt with. So anyway, so I guess I'm going to kind of wrap this video up for today. You know, oh, I did order some upper A-arm bushings too, because I know the whole upper A-arms are just shot. And we got to get up under this thing and see what all we do need to replace, because we got to try to get some brakes on it. The brakes still don't work. And yeah, you know, that's just the way it is. Again, don't forget the NoNameNationals coming up in September. So get out there and do a hashtag NoNameNational and find out what all's going on with that. Check into some of the live events going on. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. If you ain't got nothing to watch on YouTube with the NoNameNationals, I mean, you ain't looking it up right or something, because there's more stuff than I can keep up with. No Name 500, yeah, right here, yeah. That was my banner from last year. So I think I was the second one, maybe the first one to reach 500. I can't remember. It was in there somewhere. So, you know, and we've got 1,070 subscribers as of today. So I want to appreciate, or want to thank all of you for subscribing. And, you know, we've got a lot of watch hours. People watch our videos, a lot of likes, a lot of comments. but only about 78% of you are subscribed that watch the videos. So, gosh, you know, if another 25% of you would subscribe, man, we'd have a whole bunch of subscribers. Anyway, thanks for coming along today. I know we didn't get much done, just kind of some highlights. I'm trying to get this thing going because, you know, I want to make some smoke out of them back tires, but, well, maybe just one tire. I'm sure it's just a one-wheel peel. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Be sure and like and share. And again, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. Run, Tallulah, run!
Hi, baby.